Howdy Legends, Zephyr here and welcome back to another Apex Legends Pro Guides video. There's a lot going on in Apex and more new players are joining the Apex community all the time. Today, we're looking at some of the facts that people think are true in Apex and aren't. Some of the things that people honestly don't realize. Let's run through these myths and truths right after our question of the day. If you could design a legend, what would their abilities be? Let us know in the comment section below. Number 1. There is no fall damage. Something that new players often don't realize about Apex is there's no fall damage. One of my friends plays Fortnite, and it was absolutely mind-blowing to him that you could just yeet yourself off of any object and you'll land safe and sound. Doubtless when he went back to Fortnite, he died to fall damage a couple of times before he remembered. So, if you're new to Apex, enjoy the freedom of throwing yourself from any height. Do you need help advancing to the next level in Apex? Tired of being stuck in the lower ranks? ProGuides has expert Apex Predator coaches on deck to advance your gameplay. They can help spot flaws, give you detailed knowledge, and direct you on how to best spend your time to take your Apex ability to the next level. ProGuides is your one-stop shop for all things Apex Legends, as well as high-quality coaches that are in-game tips, tricks, and guides suitable for any level of player. So whatever your gameplay needs, we've got you covered. Why not sit down with an Apex Predator and get their input on how you can become the carry on your team in Apex? With their help, you'll be climbing the ranks in no time, no matter who you're teamed with. Check out the link in the description, and let's go. Number 2. Grenades don't damage teammates. This is something that can be really hard to discover by yourself. Your teammates' grenades don't damage you, and you can't damage your teammates. However, before you get too confident, you can take damage from your own grenades. Once you get into your head that you don't need to worry about your teammates when you use any type of grenade, it opens up a whole new set of possibilities for using ordnances in your gameplay. One of the hardest things to grasp, or sometimes even realize, is you can run through a teammate's thermite grenades without taking damage. This means that your teammate could therm off of a doorway, and you can just charge right through it without a care in the world. Now, all thermite grenades look the same, so it sometimes can be very confusing to work out if a thermite is safe or not, so do exercise caution. But if you know that the fire in front of you was thrown by one of your teammates, you can run through it with no issues at all. It also means that if you're isolated from your teammate and they get pushed by an enemy, you can throw grenades their way to help them out until you can get closer by. Number 3. Airstrikes don't damage teammates. Just like grenades, airstrike abilities don't damage teammates either. However, they do have a stunning effect. This applies to the Bangalore and Gibraltar ultimates. Crypto EMP, while not an airstrike, doesn't hurt, but it does stun your teammates. This means that you can't kill your teammates directly, but trust me, being stunned by your own teammates all in a 1v1 or when trying to escape can be pretty detrimental too, especially if somehow your opponent doesn't get hit or stunned in the same way. Just like grenades, those abilities do deal damage to yourself as well as stun you, so be careful. Valkyrie rockets also don't hurt your teammates, and they don't stun either. They do hurt and stun yourself though. Number 4. Knocked players can take portals. Did you know that downed players can take portals? You can use both the Ashe and Wraith ultimates to transport knocked teammates. Wraith portals are more commonly used to transport downed teammates for revive, but people don't seem to quite use Ashe's ultimate as much for this. The portal is instantaneous and the cooldown is much shorter. However, it is only able to be placed in a straight line, so it's harder to get to safety. Knocked players can do almost anything an alive player can, except, well, they can't take a Valkyrie skyward dive or jump. Number 5. Caustic and Gibraltar move slower. Now this is a common misconception. Because of their larger size and their slower animations and the way the camera shakes as they move, it can feel like Caustic and Gibraltar are moving at a snail's pace compared to some of the smaller legends in Apex. However, all legends move at the same speed, besides Octane if he's using his stim ability or Bloodhound in their ultimate. This means that you are not at a disadvantage on those levels, and if you're trying to escape from someone, you aren't actually going to be caught up by them. Number 6. Caustic gas damages, slows, or blinds teammates. Caustic gas used to damage, slow, or blind enemy players. Now, it no longer blinds enemies, and it has no effect on your teammates except being a little hard to see in. However, caustic gas looks the same no matter what team you're on. So if there are more than one Caustic team in the vicinity, you literally cannot tell the difference between whose gas is whose. Caustic doesn't take damage to his own gas, unlike how Bang, Gibraltar, and Valkyrie take damage from their own abilities. This is because Caustic is immune to all gas, so he won't take any damage from friendly or enemy Caustic abilities. Number 7. Gold Knockdown revives you at a normal speed. Gold Knockdown actually takes a bit longer than a standard revive, taking 12 seconds, which is twice as long as the normal revive, which takes 6 seconds. Number 8. You keep the Gold Knockdown if you get a revive off. Another myth involving the Gold Knockdown shield. If you successfully revive using your Gold Knockdown, it reverts into a Purple Knockdown shield instead. Both shields have the same damage, so the only benefit you're losing is the revive ability. If you could revive yourself unlimited amount of times, Gold Knockdown would be pretty broken. You can, of course, find and equip another Gold Knockdown to replace your new purple one. Number 9. All legends take the same damage. You'd think that all legends take the same amount of damage. However, this isn't strictly true. Gibraltar, Caustic, and Newcastle all have the fortified passive, which means they take 15% less damage from body shots and limb shots. This is because these legends have bigger hitboxes, so Respawn thinks it's fair to slightly reduce incoming damage. And let's be honest, Gibby is already pretty one-clippable, so without the 15% damage reduction, he and the other two legends would be significantly weakened. There used to be another passive that increased damage taken too. It was applied to smaller hitbox legends like Wraith, Watson, and Pathfinder. It was called Low Profile. This has since been removed, and those legends take standard damage now. Number 10. A Kraber headshot is a guaranteed one-shot kill. Up until this season, this would have been a true statement. However, both the Kraber and helmets got balance changes at the start of Apex Season 13. Rare and above helmets got their damage reduction increased, and the Kraber damage was reduced as well as its multiplier. This means that the Kraber is no longer the one-shot wonder that it has always been, unless your opponent has a white helmet. Number 11. Gold shields have the most HP in the game. Gold items in Apex sit in a weird position. The gold helmet, bag, and knockdown shield all have the same base stats as their purple equivalent, plus their unique extra ability. This makes them the best possible gear to have in the game for that slot. The gold body shield isn't any different in its stats to its purple equivalent either. It has the same HP as the purple body shield. However, it isn't the highest HP shield in the game. Some would then say this means it isn't the best shield in the game. The mythic or red shield has an extra 25 HP over the gold body shield. The gold shield does have a bonus of letting you heal double HP from cells, and players tend to have a different opinion on which one is better, depending on the scenario. Number 12. Replicating a broken shield heals it. Something lesser known about putting your shield in the replicator is that it always returns full health. If you spend 50 points on adding Evo to your body shield with less than full HP, it will come out of the crafter fully healed. This helps you save a few cells every now and then, and it's hardly a game changer, but still pretty handy to know. Which of these surprised you when you found out? On top of that, which myth or truth that we haven't mentioned surprises you to find out when you started playing Apex? Thanks for watching, folks. I've been Zephyr, we've been ProGuides, and I'll catch you next time.